Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this Leadership Skills Improvement podcast. Today, we are going to look into something that a lot of people are talking about. You'll find these conversations all over the internet around work-life balance. Some well-known entrepreneurs will say there's no such thing as work-life balance. It just depends on where you want to put your energy. So if you're going to put 23 out of 24 hours into your work and into your career, into your business, then that's fine, because if that works for you, then that works for you. Others will say that it actually is a balance and you need to allocate specific time to family and private individual matters, and also allocate another proportion of your time to your business, your entrepreneurship, and your career. So I'll leave that up to you to decide how you are going to interpret work-life balance. I think it depends on each individual person. I can speak from my own personal experiences. In the various different organizations that I worked for, I was quite well known for putting in intense effort into things, for putting in a lot of my private time into work. I would be making phone calls and responding to phone calls during a barbecue. And the only time I wouldn't actually answer a phone is if I've had any alcohol to drink, because that could go horribly wrong. So I have put tremendous amounts of my own personal time into work, and that did bring me some positive results. I was known as a workhorse, if you like. But did that benefit me? Well, sometimes it did, and sometimes it didn't. The moral of the story is, in many organizations, you are just an employee. You're just a spoke in the wheel. You're just another number, and you will be easily replaced at a moment's notice. If your health fails you and you are unable to continue working at that maniacal pace and delivering to the most unreasonable expectations and being consistent in that, the moment you can't do it, you will be replaced. Mark my words. I've been on various different sides of the stick. I've had respect and admiration for the hard work that I put in, and I've also been taken for granted in various different places. So, that's from my own personal experiences. As an entrepreneur, the same dangers are there. So be careful not to overwork yourself. And coming from me, that's easier said than done, because I do put in many, many hours a day into my business. Apart from doing these podcasts, which are part of the business, it's part of creating brand awareness while also delivering value to the audience. I am still known to put in too many hours in the day. I'm still known to work 7 days in the week for between 12 and 16 hours. And the reasoning behind it is, to start a business and make it grow takes an intense and incredible amount of energy. However, I am not encouraging anyone to follow that method. I encourage you to do things like yoga, for example, some meditation, some mindfulness. Take your mind off your business, take your mind off your career, even at work. This is something I used to do in some places that I worked at. I would take myself away or drag myself away from my desk and go and sit somewhere quietly, have my lunch, and just focus on what I'm eating, and push out any other thoughts to do with work and any meetings that were coming up later in the day. So being able to manage your time and segregate it and divide it up in the day and be disciplined about following that time management is another skill that you will need on your leadership journey in order to become more effective. Why? If you burn yourself out, as I have done before, if you burn yourself out rising to the expectations of the leaders of your organization, for example, or to your own expectations, sometimes you are your own worst enemy. If you burn yourself out doing that, and I've been there, I have been burnt out, you will not be thanked by anyone. You won't do your organization any favors, and you won't do yourself any favors. And your health is one of the most important things that you need to protect at all costs. So set boundaries. There's a time for work and there's a time for play. Take some uninterrupted time for yourself, uninterrupted time with your family, uninterrupted time with your loved ones. Put your phone away, switch off the message alerts, turn it off if you have to, because sometimes that screen lights up, and even though there's no message tone, just the screen is enough to divert your attention and take it back into cyber world. So becoming an effective leader means being able to be disciplined about managing your time and making sure that you take care of your health, not just for the benefit of your organization and for the income that you need to get every month, but for yourself and for the people around you. So self-awareness is one thing which we covered in another video. Being aware of your own traits that may make you overwork yourself and being able to regulate those is a key aspect of developing on your leadership journey. I hope that was of use, and I'll see you again in the next one. Thank you for listening.